The Bible is a book of wisdom and knowledge. The great Apostle Paul is a vivid illustration of that fact. As a missionary, he visited the cities, the known cities of the world. And in this case, he stood in the midst of Mars Hill. And listen to these words. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription, To the unknown God, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you. Strange as it may seem in this modern age, multitudes of people are still worshiping an unknown God. If you want to know who the true and living God is, you must look to the Holy Writ, the Scriptures, the Bible. And no greater revelation that tells us of the mysteries of God can be found. No greater revelation that's greater than the chapter 53 of the prophet Isaiah. I want you to listen to these words and dismiss from your mind what you may have heard in the past. But if you want to know the mysteries of the true and living God, you have to read the Scriptures. And that's what I offer today for this video. Isaiah chapter 53, listen to these words. Who hath believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way. And the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed, and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he openeth not his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment, and who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living. For the transgression of my people was he stricken. And he made his grave with the wicked, and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He shall see the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied. By his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he hath poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bare the sin of many, and made intercession for the transgressors. If you want to know who the unknown God is, the Scriptures is sufficient revelation to give you everything you need to know to enable you to know what is right, to know the God who created us and the one who's able to save us and to redeem us from our sins, to deliver us and one day translate us into heaven, where forever we'll sit at his feet and learn the mysteries as the ages roll. God bless each one, and may God help you to open the Scriptures and read for yourself, because that's the best thing that you can rely upon. Thank you, and good night.